Good morning, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week, and today I like to finish up reading for Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Today is Thursday and it is 11:45 here. I say it in case the uploads did take again 18 hours, which happened Monday. So let's hope today everything goes smoothly. And the reading starts with Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. I'm using the same decks that I used last week in the reading one more time. So we start with the archetypes called the wild unknown archetypes. And the archetype that came out for you is the sword. And the sword is the knife, is the blade, and is also the weapon. To use the sword in a decisive manner, then use it cautiously. The blade separates one reality from another, and the choice then is made, and all else is happening. If you find a sword in your hands, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and very decisive mind, and also a willingness to act whatever action is needed. An onlooker may think that a sword bearer is hasty and is violent, but a most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, that is swift, and that is accurate. Meaning to tell someone the truth in such a way, namely being honest, being swift, and being accurate, helps the person to see things better. Our first encounter with the sword is at our birth, when the cord that we shared with the mother is then cut. And this moment defines our separation from her, and so begins our journey of becoming ourselves. Through our lifetime, we must make these cuts then again and again if we are to grow. Decisions, they shape our life, and the sword is the shaper of destiny. Using the sword a second time will be painful for everyone involved. So contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of that, namely the painful for everyone involved, because in the Buddhist philosophy the first and the second arrow or blade makes all the difference. Swinging the sword once is a precision and a commitment, but a second time is an entirely different thing. The every little thing you do is magic. Tarot card is the magician. And the magician is a master of the 4 suits in any tarot deck. So this magician has the wisdom and may seem like quite a jump from the useful naivety of the fool, but a magician can represent the adult in us and the one who is excited to have gained access to the physical, the creative and the spiritual tools that are at hand knowing that results can be achieved if only they put in the work. So the message here is to channel your inner artist, find a new perspective on the tools that you have access to, but you have yet maybe to master. Create space for inspiration and release what remains dormant in your life. The crystal hematite gives you confidence, gives you willpower, and brings you resourcefulness. The Once Upon a Time tarot card is the Nine of Wands. The battle was tough is the message, leaving you exhausted and demotivated. Why so many obstacles in my way, you might have asked, and sometimes hardships and ordeals, they are just a test to strengthen your resilience and to give you even more value to your coming victory. You are feeling tired maybe and a bit discouraged, but you must not give up because the payoff for your efforts is soon to be seen. The Nature's Whispers card is clear out the old. Whatever you are experiencing right now is a creation that you have brought into existence from your past thoughts and past feelings. While in the moment it may have you caught up, you can let go and begin to dream of a new reality. So let go of all the aspects of this creation that no longer serves you or has a purpose. Release what has gone wrong in the past. Release also any material possessions that do not serve the new dream you now want to create, and know that where you are now, you can create completely new and begin completely again. The Sacred Forest Oracle card is Guardians of the Land, and the card is about protection, telling you that you are safe. These words, they seem to emerge from the land and then radiate from the trees to echo into your soul. You hear these words again and again. You are safe. The sacred guardians of the land, they are whispering to you that you are safe. You know that you are protected and cared for. You can feel tendrils of their loving energy wrapping around you and embracing you, and their unleashed powers cocoon you in safety. You are enough just as you are, and no matter what has happened or has occurred in your past, the truth is that you are absolutely and unconditionally enough as you are. You are loved and you are cherished. So do not be concerned about outside forces and the judgments and the expectations of others. You are protected in your own energy field. The card can appear when you need to take steps to protect your energy. And while the guardians of the land will help you out, you must also be responsible for your own well-being. So envision a protective shield around yourself and around your home. Spend time with people and in situations that are uplifting rather than draining. The spirit of the guardians of the land says to you, you are safe and you are surrounded by a protective shield. You are not alone. Your life is guided and protected by higher forces. And within this, you can soar to great heights. And the last card is the Sacred Creators card. And that one is Nourish the sacred feminine inside of you. The yin power, the inner knowing, and the unconscious mind, listening to intuition, showing unconditional love, fertility and prophetic dreams, circadian cycles and phases of the moon, wisdom traditions, co-creation, nurturing, teaching, healing, and using your emotional powers as a guide to facilitate new relationships are all what this card is about. Now is a time of deep introspection as you wait for an idea to grow and to develop. You have planted the seeds, and sometimes divine timing requires a period of rest as things need to culminate and to ripen. The moon is asking you to be open to receiving and to reflect, to pause and collapse into some waiting. She is the waning crescent that casts a moonlit glow over the landscape of your life. She has trickled light onto your pathway, but only very dimly, because she hopes that you will listen for these subtle signs and the wise whispers that are all around you. That is the moon doing it for you. So it is time to look directly in the shadows at any lingering wounds that may continue to affect your current understanding of things. Remember that in the dark, it is easy to blow fear and illusion out of proportion. So do not strain to see that which you cannot see right now. Instead, focus on your inner knowing and on what you can see. Allow your intuitive nudges and any persistent feelings to help you translate the gentle illuminations and trust yourself. And ask, what does the sacred feminine mean to me? Do I have other ways of naming this energy? And how do I nourish this receptive, intuitive state of mine? Do I tend to favor strategy or intuition? And how do I decide in some matters? That was the reading for you, Sagittarius. I thank you very much for listening. Wishing you a beautiful week. I'm sending love out to you. Take care, Sagittarius, and goodbye.